Live from Destiny, it's the Sparrow Racing League! Join all your crazy friends and get into nice races on the wide selection of 2 tracks. Get on your Sparrow and drive fast, or don't drive at all. Make sure you hit the gates, or you will fall behind. Remember to stay in your seat, because if you don't, you die. Sparrow Racing only available for the next 2.5 weeks. Only on Destiny. Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Xur Report for December 11th, 2015. And as you can hear from my good friend at the beginning there, this is Sparrow Racing League season, folks. For the next 2.5 weeks, as we're already a few days down, you can come right over here to our good friend Amanda Holiday, the shipwright, and find out all about Sparrow Racing. All right. As you can see here in the hangar, they've added a bunch of new stuff. Like this Sparrow being worked on, and here's somebody working on the Sparrow. Got all these new banners. Oh, look at that, an Omelon advertisement. And then there's one for hockey nearby. I believe it's down over here. Yep, there it is, hockey. There's one for Eververse. Buy that silver. Buy it now. Here's one for Dino over by Dead Orbit. Hi, Rock Jalal. How are you enjoying the Sparrow races? I don't enjoy them at all. We should be getting out of here. We are Dead Orbit. Leave me alone. What an asshole. But you're not here for all of this. You should already know about all this. But if you don't, come back to Destiny. Check out Sparrow Racing. It's awesome. You will not get bored with the amazing selection of tracks. Oh no. Oh no. You can race on Venus. You can race on Mars, and then you can race on Mars again. Trust me on this. You will not get bored. You will not get tired. You will love going around and around the same tracks over and over again. Believe me, it's awesome. But like I said, you're not here for that. You're here to go see what good old Tentacle Face himself has. And there he is, right here by our good friend, the Crucible Quartermaster, our seat 99-40. Oh, look at that. Somebody found a Monte Carlo, I guess. Spoiler alert! He's just giving away something. So let's find out what else Xur has. Oh, the 9 wish me to have these. So here's what he has this week. For the Titan, it's the Helm of Inmost Light. This used to be a pretty cool item. It gives you Death Throw Above and Headstrong for Strikers. A couple of skills on the skill tree. Basically, one of them allows you to jump further when you use your Fist of Havoc, and the other one allows you to directionally target your Fist of Havoc when you're in the air. Unfortunately, nobody uses Strikers anymore. Now this week, they have tweaked Titans just a bit. They boosted Strikers a little. They nerfed our good friends the Sunbreakers a little bit. Defenders got a bit of a buff. But overall, people still aren't really playing as Strikers. They're sort of the odd man out now with the greatness that is a Sunbreaker in PvP. And probably still great. I haven't really tried it since the patch. But I'm guessing they're still pretty devastating. And of course, the greatness of Defenders in PvE content. Strikers sort of fall in the middle. So the Helm of Inmost Light, which gives you 2 perks from that skill tree, kind of falls by the wayside. You can increase intellect or strength. You get hands-on, which is gain bonus super energy from melee kills or from heavy weapon kills. And over here you get invigoration, which is gain bonus melee energy and orb pickup. So I guess those 2 would go together. As you get super energy from your melee kills, and you get melee energy from orb pickup, so you can sort of open the circle there. So that's pretty cool. But overall, I would say, you know, unless you really want to be a striker and you don't have this helmet yet for year 2, I'd say pass on it. It's really not that big of a deal anymore. For the Hunter, we've got Radiant Dance Machines. Now, I think they dropped the ball on this one, to be quite honest. And I'll show you why. Look at this. I can dance, right? Look at that. I'm dancing, I'm moving. I mean, look at that. That's awesome. Unfortunately, outside of people looking at you and whatnot, it really doesn't serve a purpose. Radiant dance machines give you the perk, you move more quickly while aiming your weapon. Now, that's not too bad, right? Added speed while you're aiming, not a bad thing. Keeps you on your feet, keeps you moving around. It's not a bad perk, but wouldn't an additional boost to your supercharging be a great thing while you're dancing? They missed out. They really dropped the ball. But as you can see, they look pretty cool. I mean, they got the nice little green glow on them, you know. An interesting little tweak to gear. These have just come back. They are brand new for year 2 this week, so you probably don't have them. You certainly don't have a year 2 version yet, unless you've had some 3 coin drops. Increased intellect, increased strength, sniper ammo, machine gun ammo, and here's the real interesting part. Normally you only get 2 picks here. This one gives you all 3. Arc double down, solar double down, or void double down. So no matter what subclass you're using, you can get the advantage. So that's pretty cool. It's the only gear I've seen that has that so far, but it might be something that's carried on boots. The exotic boots that have come back. So there you go. Again, these are okay. You know, I've never really been a big fan of them. I'm a much bigger fan of the other hunter boots, the Bones of Eao, which are also back, but not available this week, obviously. I would say, you know, if you're a collector, grab them, but I don't know how much you're going to use them. I have heard that combining Radiant Dance Machines and the Mida Multi-Tool, which also just came back, is a pretty lethal combination. So, you know, take that for what you will. But at this point, you know, again, it's a collector's only item. For the Warlock, I would say this is not a collector's only item. It is the Nothing Manacles. These are basically the void version of Sunbreakers, or since Sunbreakers haven't been brought back for year 2, the void version of the Impossible Machines. The main perk here is Scatter Charge. Enables tracking for scatter grenades, and you hold an extra scatter grenade charge. So basically, you get a second scatter grenade. Only scatter grenades, but still, as a Voidwalker Warlock, it's the only way you can have 2 grenades. So that's pretty cool. And you get tracking on the scatter grenades, which are usually shit. Those grenades are usually crap, but this allows them to be a bit more useful. So I like these items. I've used these in PvP quite a bit. They come in handy. I would say, you know, you get intellect or discipline. It's all discipline right now, but you can add intellect to it. You got increased grenade throw distance, again, with the perk, it makes sense. Or you gain bonus melee energy on the grenade hits, again, something that makes sense with the perk. Over here, hand cannon loader, rocket launcher loader. So, I mean, overall, I would say this is a pretty good item. Of the armor pieces, this is the best of the bunch this week. I would pick this up if you don't have it. It's well worth it. The weapon this week, as we saw earlier, is the Monte Carlo. Now, Monte Carlo, you like punching people when you have a gun? Well, this is your gun. The Monte Carlo method, the perk on this gun. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge your melee ability with each kill. The perk does happen pretty often, so you get your melee back quite a bit. It's pretty good. No reason to knock it at all. You know, with the auto rifle buff, I've always liked how this looks. Now we got the auto rifle buff, and you know, auto rifles are at least a bit more valid. But I don't know how much more valid. You know, with recent changes like the pulse rifle nerf, these could become more, you know, valid in PvP. We're gonna wait and see on that. This one is a pretty good gun. It's stable. Impact not the greatest, but it's not bad. Gotta get off a lot of shots though. But again, like I said, it allows you to charge your melee, and you combine this with the sealed Ahamkar grasp on the hunter, and you can have smoke bombs for days. It's a very nice combination. So there you go with that. You get hip fire, high caliber rounds, send it, or field scout. Since field scout no longer affects the magazine, I would say on a primary, field scout kind of sucks. I would go for send it with the additional range. But there you go. Not a bad gun. It's also the final PlayStation exclusive to make its debut with Xur of the original three. We already seen the Hawk Moon and the Fourth Horseman. Now, welcome the Monte Carlo to the bunch. So congratulations, Xbox. You can finally get a Monte Carlo. That is not new this week, by the way. The Monte Carlo has been out since September. The Legacy engram this week is for primary. I really have to tell you, don't buy this. There's really not much left. They brought back just about every other primary. The only ones left, I believe, are the Necrochasm, the Vex, Mythoclast, I guess technically the Universal Remote Outlet. I don't know if that counts as a primary, even though it is a primary. And the Thorn. So obviously, if you don't have a Thorn and you want a Thorn, this would be a way to do it. But other than that, don't buy this. Don't buy this. Down here, we got the Emerald Coil, we got Void Drive, we got some heavy ammo synth, we got the 3 of coins, and I would say for the new items this week, this is a good way to get them. There's, 3 of coins now work in Crucible. They work in the Sparrow races, as mentioned earlier. It's a good way to get the new stuff, possibly. They are dropping new engrams too. Like there is now a heavy weapon engram. I'm sorry. Heavy weapon engram. There is a exotic leg engram, and who knows, maybe we'll see that for sale from Xur one of these weeks. And of course, we got the glass needles. So yeah, like I said, you can't go wrong with 3 coins. In fact, I'm gonna buy one. Oh yeah. And of course, the Material Exchange if you need some motes. So there we go. That's gonna do it for Xur this week. I am the King, aka the Scott. Thanking you for joining me. And we will see you next week. Eat a dick.